Hi, Shalom. It's the brother Taiwan from the GMS Indianapolis camp coming at you with another lesson. As always, want to give all praises, all glory, all honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who do well. And peace and salutation to you, hopeful like brothers out there pushing this word in 100% truth and sincerity to wake up the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. All right, so, today's, I had this little article pop up across my feed on Newsbreak about an earthquake that happened in the Philippines. Well, it was an earthquake, and then eventually a landslide happened and caused a tsunami, which killed over 30 people. Like I said, out there in the Philippines. So, like I said, man, obviously these things we're gonna see more. All right, approaching. All right, the great day of the Lord, and all these things are prophecy, man. All right, so I'm gonna read a little. I'm gonna play the video, I guess, and then I'll read a little bit of the article and then get some scriptures. All right, so obviously, these people over there in the Philippines, they got jacked up from this earthquake. All right, and like I was saying, man, all these things are signs of the end times, man. All right, like I said in my my video the other day, we see like little inklings of you know things happening that are in the scriptures before like they stuff really starts to pop off, man. And it lets you know, all right, where we are, all right, in the timeline, man. All right, it lets you know that we're quickly approaching, all right, Yahweh Bashim Shah's return and to this place, man. All right, because what does it say in the book of Matthews, man? It says the book of Matthew's chapter. The point is in verse 7, but obviously I'm gonna start at verse 6. It's Matthew's 24:6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." All right, so obviously it done got to a point where, and it may seem like things have slowed down here recently, but obviously we know it's not slowing down, man. All right, Lord willing. All right, but we've been in we progressed past the point of rumors of wars, man. All right, we are actually getting to the point where we're in war, man. All right, and soon, hey, with America being blocked out of the Straits of Hormuz, you're gonna start to see the after effects of that happening here soon, man. All right, because hey, that being blocked, you're obviously aren't going to see things happen immediately. Those things take time to come forth, man. All right, but like I said, we've been in we progressed past the point where it's rumors of wars to where we're actually in war, man. All right, but that scripture says, "See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." All right, so the wars and rumors of wars, these are all part of the story, man. All right. They all must come to pass before what? Before we get salvation, man. Before we be delivered. All right. And what? With us having the scriptures beforehand, hey, the Lord is allowing us to time to prepare our minds, man. All right. So that what the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. All right. So when we go through these things that are coming, we're gonna be able to think back on the scriptures, man. All right. So we understand that these things must come to pass. So you can't be troubled, man. All right. This is a storm. We must weather if you want to be delivered, man. All right. It says here in verse 7, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places." All right, so like I said, that being a point. All right, a nation rising against nation, we see that on the daily, man. All right, Jake, like I was saying the other day, man, Jake is ready for Slocky. I'm having a brain fart for a race war to pop off, man. All right, hey, it all it takes is one little thing to happen to get everybody riled up, man. All right, and like I mentioned early, like I said in my video the other day, what you got the Moabites that murdered the 14-year-old Jake kid, that shit got Jake in a uproar, man. All right, because he didn't get found guilty. All right, but like I said, that stuff can happen at any time and jump everything off, man. All right, so people is right there ready for a race war to pop off, man. All right, because they got so called black fatigue or white fatigue, man. All right, and kingdom against kingdom, we already spoke about that, man. These nations are and kingdoms are ready to war against each other and are at war with each other, man. All right, and soon come we're gonna progress to the point where there's gonna be famines, man. All right, you ain't gonna be able to go to the store and pick up $500 worth of groceries no more, man. All right, that's what happens in a famine, man. Obviously, there's a shortage of food. All right, and when that comes, that's when you're really gonna start to see people lose their shit, man. All right, it says and pestilences and earthquakes. Like I said, this being the point of the video, we just seen the earthquake that happened in the Philippines that killed over 30 people, but there's a mass amount of there's been a mass amount of earthquakes going on within recent years, man. Like a extremely large amount. All right, to where the point it done got to a point where if those earthquakes are past a certain scale, they don't pass a certain number on the Richter scale, Slakia, then you probably won't even hear about them, man. All right, but them ones that pass the sixes and the sevens on the Richter scale, obviously you'll hear them because those are big scale earthquakes, man. All right, but there's earthquakes happening all across the globe, daily, man. All right, and like I said, this is all prophecy. These things are supposed to happen before. All right, what we receive salvation, man. All right, it says in here in verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, and that's and when you think about it, that's insane, man. All right, because what in a story in a storybook or a movie, what you got the beginning, the middle, and the end. All right, most movies, all right, obviously you'll have outliers here and there, but most movies, all right, they start off pretty slow in the beginning. All right, so if nation being against nation and kingdom being against kingdom and earthquakes and famines and pestilences are the beginning, which is what I'm equating to the slow part. What do you think is gonna happen after, man? All right, these earthquakes that we're seeing, all right, these wildfires, tsunamis, all right, people dying in mass shootings, these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Meaning what? This is gonna progress even more until it reaches its peak, man. All right. Hey, the data we coming into, hey, what the scripture says that is actually I could just skip down real quick to I think it's verse 20. Verse 21. It says the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." All right. So the times that we're coming into, like I said, with the things that are going on now, being the nation against nation, the kingdom against kingdom, and the earthquakes and things like that, with those things being the beginning, all right, we know that this thing is going to get worse. All right. The things that we've seen previously aren't going to be able to compare to the things that are going to be going on in the day of the Lord, man. All right. Or the times progressing into the day of the Lord. All right. Because guess what? This place isn't going to get any better, man. All right, what the scriptures say, if she will heal Babylon, she may be healed, or roughly paraphrasing. We understand that, hey, ain't no healing this place, man, and it ain't gonna be no healing of this place. All right, so what? This place is gonna continue to circle down the toilet bowl until it be done away with. All right, so hey, with that should bro. And actually, I'm gonna get it. I just thought about Zephaniah. I always go to the scripture, but Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14, it tells you about the day of the Lord. All right, so that's actually verse 15, but I'm gonna start in verse 14. This is Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14. It says, "The great day of the Lord is near; it is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the dead of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly." All right, so what? The mighty man being you so-called Marines, you Navy SEALs and things like that. Y'all are the so-called mighty man. It says what? Y'all gonna cry there bitterly, man. All right. First of all, because what? Hey, the Lord is he's finna show his power in this place and instill his fear back in this place. All right, which is ultimately gonna put fear in your heart. But then on top of that, the country or the place whom you serve, all right, with your life is gonna be destroyed, man. All right. So hey, you what? Yeah, obviously you gonna be crying bitterly, man. All right, because what? Your prized possession, all right, is gonna be wiped off the face of the earth, man. All right, never to be built back up again. All right, this place is gonna be a place of habitat for the doleful creatures, man. All right. Ain't nobody gonna what? The scriptures say no one shall pitch tent there. Ain't nobody gonna be able to come here and set up no business no more, man. All right. So I'm gonna get to what I was thinking about in verse 15. It says, that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. All right, so like I said, I always find myself bringing out this scripture because it really depicts the day of the Lord pretty good, man. All right, it's hey, actually I did end up reading this in the amplified version the other day, so I'm gonna pull that as well. This is Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 15 in the amplified version, Slakia. It says, "That day is a day of the outpouring of the wrath of the Lord." All right, so man, hey, you already know. All right, the Lord is pissed off with the things that are going on here in Babylon, man. All right. So what? This is gonna be a day of the outpouring of the Lord's wrath, man. All right, like I said, the Lord is about to he's about to put his fear back in this place. All right. It says a day of trouble and distress, a day of destruction and devastation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and a battle cry against the fortified cities and against the high towers. All right, because hey, like I said, man, this place, like I said, that scripture was describing the day of the Lord, and none of those things mentioned were good. All right. And then on top of that, the place that ain't never been penetrated before is gonna be penetrated, man. All right. There will be war fought here on this soil, man. All right, believe it or not. All right, and then this place is gonna be destroyed. All right, and this is according to the scriptures, man. All right, Isaiah 66:15. Hey, the Lord is gonna come back and he with his fire and his chariots, man. All right. Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. All right, this place is gonna be left with neither root nor branch. Meaning what? This place is gonna be completely flatlined. All right, and decimated. All right. And then here in verse 17, I'm gonna go back to the KJV. This is Zephaniah 1 and 17. It says, "And I will bring distress upon men, Slakia, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord." All right, so, hey, these people, they not gonna know what to do with themselves in the day of the Lord, man. All right, it said it got to the point where it said what they gonna be walking like blind men. All right, if you ain't ever seen a blind man walk before, obviously he blind and he can't see. So what? He's groping for stuff, looking for where he at, or looking for where to go, or looking for answers, man. And that's gonna be the mass majority of these people in the day of the Lord, man. All right, walking like blind men, with their hands outstretched, looking for where to go, but they ain't gonna have nowhere to go. All right, because they didn't choose the Lord. All right, so all the only thing they gonna have to look forward to is destruction, man. All right. It says, "And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung." All right. So what that mean? What is gonna cause that? All right. The thermonuclear missiles and the concentrated laser beams from the chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. All right. That's what's gonna cause they blood to be poured out as dust. All right. And there's another scripture I wanted to get. I can't think of exactly where it's at right now, but it tells you about how their eyes shall consume away. Let me find that scripture real quick. Zechariah. Yep. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 12. It says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." All right, so what obviously what is going to cause that, man? Obviously it has to be something that does with fire, right? All right, and it's going to be them nukes. All right, them thermonuclear missiles, man, them ICBMs, man. That's going to shoot over here and decimate this place, man. All right. Hey, you know, oftentimes brothers bring up the example of Sarah O'Connor hanging onto that fence in the Terminator, man. That's what's going to be the judgment and what's going to happen to the mass majority of you wicked jakes and you heathens, man. All right. So, hey, that was pretty much the point. All right. These earthquakes and things like that being just the beginning of sorrows, man. All right, and how this thing is going to progress even worse and worse and worse until it ultimately be destroyed, man. All right. So Lord willing, that was edifying. You know, as I always want to give all praises, all glory, all honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do real well. And peace and salutations to you, hopeful like brothers out there pushing this word and 100% truth and sincerity to wake up the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.